1 to infinite, like up to what you can count. Your whole number will include 0 plus natural number. Okay. Now, the third things we are just going to learn. Can you tell me what is integer? Anyone? Integer? See, the integer is going to be here, the natural number with their negation and 0. If you are just going to consider 1, 2, 3 and all, then you have to take the negative of these numbers, that is negative 1, negative 2. All the natural numbers with their negative values, including 0, that's going to be your integers. So these are the common things that we should know. Okay? Clear? The three numbers? It's just a one thing.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
it's okay, you can turn on your mics and like camera. Camera is already on. No need to turn it off, because if you are just going to keep quiet, that will be okay. Okay, before that, I want to confirm one thing. You can't hear any background noise, right? Is there any background noise
No, ma'am.
from my
No.
side?
No.
From my side.
No.
Okay, so now here. Kinds of operations that we are going to perform on this. PEMDAS rule. We have learned about PEMDAS rule, right? Here. PEMDAS rule. Do you know anything what this rule says? See, here, why we are learning this one? Because it's going to tell you while you are performing like different arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, exponent, all this, which one you are going to perform first. So the full form of this PEMDAS is going to be your parenthesis, exponent, here, multiplication and division, then addition here, sorry, multiplication or division. After that, you are going to check for addition and subtraction. PEMDAS. Okay? Clear? Means if I'm just going to give you
Yes,
the
ma'am.
questions like this. Here, 4 plus 3 times 6 minus 3 to the power of 2. And in this, I'm going to perform this one. Can anyone solve this one? Anyone of you? Can you tell me what's the answer for this one is going to be? I'm just giving you 1 minute to solve this one.
33.
Here, 33. How it's going to be? First, you are going to solve according to the PEMDAS rule. First, you will solve the parenthesis. That's going to be your 7. 4 plus 3 is going to be 7 times 6 minus 3 square. Later, you are going to solve exponent. So 3 square is going to be your 9. So 7 times 6 minus 9. After that, this will be your 42 minus 9. And this will be equal to your 33. Got it? Huh? Clear this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm giving you one question based on this. You just tell me the answer for this. 4 times, here square I'm putting, 6 divided by 2, here divided by 4, minus 7 into 6, and keeping this one as a bracket, and then this also. So what's the answer for this one is going to be? What's the answer for this one is going to be?
Minus 18.
Minus,
18.
that's going to be 16 times 6 will be 16 times 6, 4. What you did here? First you did the, whatever the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis is going to be, you are doing this one. After that, you are just going to multiply. This overall whole is going to be divided by 4, then minus here 42. Why I'm keeping this 4 here? Because I can reduce it. This will be equal to 4. So this is going to be your 24 minus 42. So the answer for this one is? Answer for this one is? Tell me.
-18.
Negative?
18.
Negative 18.
Okay. So this one is going to be your negative 18. Just here we have to use the rules that is PAMDAS. Here first parenthesis, exponent, multiplication or division, and then addition and subtraction. Okay. Now I hope this rules is clear. Coming back to our second rules means that after fourth number that we are going to call rational number. Rational and irrational number. What is rational number? Do you know anyone?
Numbers which can be plotted on the number line.
That can be, even if it's a irrational number, that we can plot it on the number line. Integers, all the numbers can be plotted on the number line. Anyone else?
A rational number is a number which can be expressed as P upon Q, where P
Yes.
and Q are both integers and Q is not equal to 0.
Yes, very good. A number that can be expressed in the form of P over Q, where P and Q are going to be your integers, and Q should not be equal to 0. Can anyone tell me why we are not keeping Q equal to 0?
Because we cannot determine a number which is a number which is divided by 0.
Yes, if you are just going to divide any number with 0, it's going to give you infinite number. That's a not defined number. So we are not going to take any number that's going to be Q equal to, for integers, Q, it should not be equal to 0. Any other integers, it's going to be possible. So the question after that, what is going to be irrational number? Here, a first rule for your rational number. Second definition for rational number is going to be a number that can be terminative or repeating. A number that is terminating and repeating. See, what does it terminating means? If I'm just going to write 5 divided by 10, and you are converting this one into decimal form, what you're going to write? What you're going to write for this one?
0.5.
0.5. 5. Is it like it's going to be beyond this one? It's terminated here, no? It stops here. No other number needed for this one to express this one. So this is your terminating. Again, if I'm going to say this number, 0.333333, if see, a number is 1 over 3, and I want the division for this one into decimal form, what you're going to say? For this one, if you are just going to convert this one, 0.3333, right?
Non-terminating recurring decimal.
Yes, it's a non-terminating and recurring number. So a number that is non-terminating as well as recurring number. So here, wait, Baja. It's a non-terminating and recurring. First, a number that is terminating. Second, if it's not terminating, then it should be recurring. First condition, it should be terminating. If it's not terminating, then it should be recurring. Then that number is going to be your rational number. Okay? Which one is going to be your rational number? A number that is either terminating. If it's not terminating, then it should be recurring. Recurring means a same number that's repeating itself. 33333. That will be your rational number. Okay? See, in the exam, they are going to go ask you the questions like this. Okay. First, let me tell you what is your irrational number is. Then I'm going to tell you the questions. Rational number is clear? Rational number is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is going to be your irrational number? Irrational number, irrational number, a number that is non-terminating and non-recurring. Means neither it's going to terminate and nor it's going to repeat itself. If I'm going to write root 2, you can use the calculator for this one to find the value of root 2. It's a non-terminating. It's going to be 1.4 something something. It will go up to what limit you can. And even it's here non-terminating, it's not repeating its value. One value is not going to repeat. If I'm going to say something like 0.436597386, continue like this. So this is your non-recurring number. What is rational number? A number that is non-terminating and non-repeating or non-recurring. That types of number we are going to call it as irrational number. Okay? Irrational number. Clear? the difference between your rational number and irrational number?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going
Yes,
to ask you the questions. And the first definition that we gave for the rational number, it's going to follow for this, a number that cannot be represented in the form of P over Q. That cannot be represented in the form of P over Q. That will be your irrational number. Not. Okay. Certainly, they are going to ask you the questions like this. Tell me here, irrational number. You have to find irrational number out of these. Irrational number. That is 0.4, root of 7, root of 9, and 0.25. Now you tell me which one out of these, first, second,
root
third,
7.
Root
fourth.
7.
Root
That
7.
one?
Root
Second.
7.
Second.
Root 7.
Can you tell me why root 9 is not going to be your rational number?
It's a
Because root
perfect
9
square.
equals
The
3.
perfect square.
For this one, you are going to represent it in the form, it can be written as plus minus 3. Okay, rest of all, it's a rational number, except this one. Okay, for the same, if I'm just going to ask you questions like this. Find rational number, find the number that is rational. And here is your question, 0.3 bar. See, this bar represent that if I'm going to write 0.3 bar, any in the exam it's written like this. So you can write it as 0.33333333 like this. It's going to continue. Okay. So here, this one can be written as in this format. Okay. So bar means a repeating number. Again, this one. If I'm going to say 1.563970, continue like this. Second one, here, root of 7. And the last, here, root of 2 root 2. This one 4. Now you tell me which one is going to be your rational and which one is going to be your, in this, out of this, which one is rational?
It's the
First
first
one.
one.
First one. Do you know how to convert this one into terminating decimal? These types of, okay, let me tell you, the first one is going to be your, because it's a recurring number. And if in case they are going to ask you that convert in, like they are going to ask you, convert this recurring number into terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. So how we are going to do that? See, first, if I'm just going to give you 0.3 bar. This is a recurring number and we have to represent this one into terminating decimal. So first I'm going to write x will be equal to, I hope everyone is making the notes, right? Whatever the things we are covering.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not checking. So please make sure you are writing the same. Okay, every one of you. Okay, so here for the same, x is equal to 0.3 bar. For the same, if I'm just going to represent, it can be written as 0.33333333, so on. Now what I'll do, I'll just take this 3 out. One of this is as a take out is as like this. I'm going to multiply this whole with 10. 10. So now your equation will become 10x is equal to 3.333333 and so on. Okay. First, what I wrote earlier, x was equal to 0.33333. Now what I'll do, I'll just subtract this one. If I'm just going to consider this as a equation 2 and this as a equation 1, if I'm going to subtract this one, this will be equal to your 9x is equal to 3 only. Can anyone tell me why 3 only? Can anyone tell me why 3 only?
Because the recurring part from 3.333 is removed.
Yes, after decimal you are subtracting. 3 minus 3 is going to be 0, right? For each term we are doing the same. All the recurring term we are subtracting with the same number. See here. So it's going to be reduced. So answer for this one is going to be 3 only. Then the value of x is going to be equal to 3 over 9. That can be 1 over 3. And you know very well, just now I told you that the value of 1 over 3 is going to be equal to 0.333333. Got it? This is how we are going to convert your a recurring number or a repeating decimal into terminating decimal. Okay? This is the first case. If whatever it's going to be your second case, like something like this here, 0.49. But see, here is a task that your recurring number is going to be 9. I put the bar only on 9. Can anyone solve this one? Hmm? Can anyone solve this one? So I'm waiting. I'm giving you 1 minute. Just solve this one.
X is equal to 4 by 9.
X is going to be equal to
4 by
9.
9.
Okay. Can you tell me the process how you are doing this one?
I'm at X is equal to 0.49999.
Okay.
Then 10x
0.4.
is equal to
10x is equal to
4.9999.
4.99999. Then
10x minus x is equal to 4.
there is a task,
etc.
Vacha. See, that's why I give you this question because I told you.
X. I got the answer.
What it is?
X is equal to 1 upon 2.
Wait, let me tell you. See, this is a little bit different from your ever one because in ever one, no, your recurring decimal is from like direct after the decimal. But in this now, after decimal, I'm giving one number as a see. 4 is not repeating itself, but after the 4, whatever the number is there, it's repeating itself. So first thing what I have to do is I have to keep the number that's not repeating itself out of the part. So it will be your first equation is going to be this one, that is x is equal to 0.4999. Second equation that you are going to make for this one will be your 4 you have to take out before the decimal. Means now I'm keeping this one aside. I'm removing the shifting the decimal after one digit. So it will become your 4.999. After this, again you are going to multiply this whole equation with 10. That will 100x is going to be equal to 49.9999999. So on. Equation 3. And in the last, you are going to divide equation 3 with 2. Like here, not divide, subtract. That will be 10x is going to be equal to 4.99999. Here, like this. What you are going to do? Subtract 3. Subtract 2 from 3. This is what you are going to do. Equation 3 and equation 2. Then you will get your equation 90x is equal to 45. And answer for this one is going to be x is equal to 45 over 90. And the answer that is 1 over 2. The one who told me just now, that's 1 over 2. That's correct. And other, just it's going to be solved like this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, here, one question I am giving you. You should do this. X is equal to 4.69 and that bar your repeating number is going to be 999. Okay, do this. Question here, now just check. See, first what's given here, that is 4.69, and I told you after the decimal we have to keep the repeating number. So first I can write your x is going to be 4.699999, and then I have to kick this out first, the very first thing. So I'll do 10x is going to be equal to 46 point be equal to 46 here, 46 0.99999. It's going to repeat itself. But now I told you, no, one repeating decimal, one number that's repeating itself, we have to we have to shift the decimal. So again, what I'm going to do here, 100x will be equal to 469.99999 and so on. And then later your 90, again I'm subtracting. This one I'm taking as equation 1 and this one as 2 here. And what I'll do, subtracting equation 1 from 2. That will be equal to this one, what I'm doing. And that's going to be equal to your, here, 90x is equal to, you are going to subtract this one, 46. Here, 46. And rest of that, all of them is going to be cancelled out. Okay. So here it's going to be 423. It says 6. 423. And again, the x value you will get it as 423 divided by 90. You can simplify it. Is it simplifying? Is it simplificable? Tell me.
Miss, when you simplify, it becomes 40.
Can you repeat once again?
47 by 10.
Okay. So for this one, you are 47 by 10. You are.
It will actually 47 by 100.
47 by 100.
Yeah.
Why so?
No, it will be 47 by 10.
47 by 10. You are dividing this whole equation by 9, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But it's 423 is divisible by 9.
Yes, ma'am. 47.
47. Okay, let me write it here. 36. Okay. It's going to be 47 over 10. So see, the one who gave me the answer for this one, first one, it's also correct.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Over here you took out 100x, but if you take out 100x, then you can only move 2 decimals, right? But for us to solve this, we'll have to take 3 decimals. So wouldn't you have to write 1000x and minus 100x?
Like why we need, see, it's a totally depends how many, like after how many digits your repeating decimal is, repeating number is. Here.
Yeah, so in the earlier question, the repeating decimal was after 1, right? So we had to take out 100x. But right now it's after 2, so we'll have to take out 1000x and then you'll have to 1000x minus 100x.
No, bacha. See, if you, what I changed here, na, rather than keeping 0, I put here 4. Now each and everything I put it after decimal, it's the same. See, it's just the same as you ever.
So this would be 10x, right? When you take the 6 over here, it will be 10x. And when you take the 9 over here, okay, I got it.
Got it? Because see, it's just, if you're just going to compare it with your above equation, na, I gave a twist here. Earlier I keep it as 0, but in this equation I just make it as 4. Nothing else changed here. See, just do the comparison. Okay. Here?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now the third thing. Some questions they are going to give you like this. You know what is integer, what is rational number, and all the numbers you know very well now. Now they will ask you the question. 3 minus 3 minus 3. Wait a second. Students, just give me 1 minute. Here. Okay. If I'm just going to say, wait. Here. The earlier was, if here 3 minus 3, 0, 2, and minus 5. Now you have to arrange it in either ascending or descending order. What's the order is going to be? Either in ascending or descending order. What's the order is going to be?
Ascending.
In ascending order, it will be
Okay,
minus
keep it
5,
ascending.
minus 3, 0, and 2.
Minus 5, minus 3,
Minus 5, minus 3,
Minus
0,
3,
and
0,
then
2.
2.
0 and 2.
2.
Okay, so these types of questions they can ask you in your, like, you just have to tell according to integers which one is going to be greater and which one is going to be smaller. And you know very well in number line, that's here. The way how much you are going to move towards the left, the value for that number is going to decrease after 0. Okay. Now, this is about, these are the things that they are going to ask you for the rational number, irrational number, integers, and mostly now simplification. Simplification using PAMDAS rule, or even if you know about BODMAS rule. Both of the same, PAMDAS or BODMAS. BODMAS, or you can use PAMDAS. Okay, I hope you know this one. It's very clear. PAMDAS or BODMAS rule. Just now we have learned. Okay. So these they are going to give you the questions like, do the simplification of this one using the PAMDAS rule. Tell me what's the value for this one is going to be. Okay. Clear? I'm going to give you based on one
Okay.
question.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
one. Now we were going to learn PAMDAS rule. We have done here how to solve this one, rational number, and related to these questions we have learned. Now do some things like fraction, decimals, and your percentage. Okay. Here, if I'm going to say a students scored 400 out of 500, what's the percentage of that students is going to be?
80%.
Yes, it's going to be your 80. How it's going to be fine? Okay, here if something questions like going to be divided. 800. Find the percentage of 800 out of 1200. What it's going to be? 800. So very first thing, if we have to find the percentage of anything, we are going to use this formula. Percentage will be equal to part. For what part we are finding the percentage over whole. Total number or total things that it's given, whole. Times 100. That's going to be the formula for finding the percentage. Okay. This one, using this, you are going to find your percentage. Any percentage that you have to find, you are going to use this one. So for the above one, if you have to find the percentage, what you are going to say?
Miss, the answer is 66.67.
Yes, it's going to be what you are going to do, 800 over 1200 times 100. So generally, you are going to do this one. Then it's a 2 times, and this will be your 3 times. So 200 over 3. And you are converting this into decimal form like here, this one, and converting into decimal will be equal to 66.66. Generally, it will be 66, but we are making it as 67. Okay. Got it? Now, if for the same question, see, first they can give you the question, fraction to decimal. Means if I'm just going to give you, or decimal to fraction. Means if here I'm giving you 4 over 6. Convert into the percentage, what it's going to be. For the same 4 over 6, you have to convert this into percentage. What it will be? Simply, you are just going to multiply the same with the come again, what you said?
It will be the same like from the previous one.
4 over 6, same, previous one.
66.67.
That is 2 over 3. Yes, the same one. This. Okay. Now, here, first thing, converting given fraction into percentage. And another, if I give you percentage, now how you are going to, you have to convert it into decimal. Like here, 20% of 80. What's the 20% of 80 is going to be? So for this, now what you are doing, percentage is given and
60.
you have to find the part. So it will be just simply 20 times 80 over 100 you are going to do. That, sorry. What you just said here, I'm finding now, see, what I did here now, it's going to be your
16.
Someone just tell me 16, right? So here you are dividing this one.
Yeah.
That's going to be your 16. Okay, can you convert anyone's theme for this one? 20, like 25% of 500, what it's going to be?
125.
125.
Yes, it's going to be 125. The same thing you are doing here is 125. Okay, now see, we have learned about one more thing. Percentage increase or decrease means here one thing, you have to find the new value. Something questions like going to be this. Like here, students whose marks increase from 400 to 500, the total for this one, initially the percentage for that student was 400, but later it's increased from 400 to 450. Now the new value there are, just give it here, something questions like going to be this. If I'm going to ask increased 200 by 10%, means I want you have to increase this 200 by 10%. What's your final answer is going to be? Increase this 200 by 10%. 220 means what you are going to do?
220.
Yes, whatever the initial value was 200, and out of this 200 you are again increasing this 200 with the percentage of 10. That will be out of 200, the 10% of this one is going to be add on up. So that will be equal to your 220%. 220. For the same, if I'm just going to ask decrease by 10% of here 10% of 500. For this, what's the value is going to be?
450.
450.
Yes. Here 10% of 500 is going to be 50, and you are decreasing this one, so it will be your 450. Okay. Okay. Do you know, anyone can tell me what is variable, what is constant, and the other thing is coefficient? In if I'm just going to write this equation, 4x plus 5. In this term, which one is going to be a variable, which one is going to be a constant, and which one is going to be your coefficient?
X is the variable, 5 is the constant, and 4 is the coefficient.
Coefficient of x. And in this, how many terms are there?
2 terms.
2.
2 terms. That is generally a terms. Okay, let's give me a just starting here. A number, a variable is just a symbol of any alphabetical words we are using that is changeable. Like when time passes, it can be changed. The changeable thing in your equation or expression is going to be a variable. Here, the value for x we can change. We can put anything like x is equal to 1, 2, 3, anything. It's a not fixed value for this. So this is going to be your variable. Second, a thing that can't be changed. Even you are changing the value of x and y, whatever it is, but it's going to be fixed. So we call it as constant. Okay, constant. And the third thing, a constant number that's going to be associated with your variable, that will be your coefficient. Okay, that will be your coefficient. Clear? This one clear? Now,
Yes.
the thing we have learned are terms, like defining a terms. If I'm going to write 4x plus 5, how many terms are there? Generally, in your algebraic expression or equation, a term is going to be defined by addition and subtraction. Here, this symbol. Okay, if I'm just want to expand this one, how many operations are associated with this expression? How many, like you can say, how many, here, see, I can write the same 4 times x plus 5, isn't it? There are 2 operations associated with this, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Just check. We can write it like this, na? There are 2 operations associated with this one, multiplication and addition. But see, I just told you there are only 2 terms, because in algebraic equation and expression, your term is going to be defined by 2 symbols. That is first, either addition or subtraction. Okay, division and multiplication is not going to be defined. Sorry, define the terms of your equation or expression. Okay, here. Now, here I am using the word again and again. What is expression? Expression, see, expression is a collection of your numbers. Numbers, I wrote it, multiple numbers, variables, operations, and some symbols, grouping symbols, that is addition, subtraction, whatever the things I'm going to use here, even parentheses also. Here, expression is a collection of these two. Okay, can anyone tell me what's the difference between your expression and equation?
An expression doesn't have an equal to sign.
Yes, an expression, if I'm going to
Equation
write
has
4x plus 5, this is going to be an expression. But in the same thing, if I'm going to write 4x plus 5, I just add a symbol equal to. Even after equal to, I'm just going to add 0. Then the first one is going to be your expression and second one is going to be your equation. Okay, the first one is going to be your expression and second one is going to be your equation. Got it? In this now, mostly they are going, the difficult task is going to be, they will give you the equations and like this numerical mathematical terms as equations, the term statements are given, and based on the statements you have to convert it into algebraic expressions. Equation is going to be, they will give you the statements, based on the statements you have to convert that statement into expression. Okay, so let's see how to frame an equation. If here statements are given, how to frame the expression. See, simply leave about this one. It's not given. If I'm going to say the sum of 20 and a number, what you are going to write for this in your expression and your numerical terms? Leave about this one. It's not given all the
20
things.
plus n.
Yes.
20
So
plus n.
here they already gave you the numericals and a constant term they already gave. So what you're going to write? Simply 20 plus n. Similarly, for the second, 9 more than twice a number. Twice a number means any number that you are taking, twice a number a. Here, a number you are taking
9 plus 2
twice, yes, twice of that, and you are adding 9 more. 9 more means adding 9 to this one. Generally, these types of statements they will give you, and they asked you to do the addition and subtraction based on this. Okay. Now, second thing, if I'm just going to ask subtraction for the same number, here, based on this, you are going to make your statements for addition. Again, for the subtraction, what kinds of statements they can give you? The difference between a number and a number x and 7. So what should I write for this one? A difference between a number x and 7. What it will be in your numerical term?
minus 7.
X minus 7. Okay. Sometimes here, 3 less than a number b. 3 less than a number b. So this can be represented as b minus 3 less than, so it's going to be b minus 3. This is how they are just.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask something. Ma'am, in the first statement that is given in the subtraction column, it is given the difference between a number x and 7.
Yes.
So it can also be 7 minus x.
Yes.
We don't know the
Yes.
value.
Based on this case, because the difference can be anything. So we like it's just one thing is which one is going to be larger. We are going to do the subtraction of the smaller number. In difference, we do it like this. Or even sometimes we also put modulus function. This one is going to depends on your condition. But basically, mostly in algebraic case, what we have learned, that is a variable we are going to keep earlier and your constant number we are going to keep it later. Mostly we do it like this, but this is not going to be incorrect. This is also correct. Okay, because it's a given difference, not you just a given that you have to subtract this one from this. Okay. Now,
Yes.
Can anyone tell me how to write the third one?
3k minus 5.
3k minus 5.
3 times a number k means I have to multiply k with a number 3 and decrease by 5. Decrease by 5 means minus of 5. Okay. Now, this similarly, why we are learning this? The similar statements they are going to give you. As just statements they are going to give you. Here we are just doing the short one. But in exactly, they are not going to give you the short one. They will give you the large one. Like it's just a starting we were doing now. They will give you a full equation, and based on that, you have to make the equation, and then you have to find the value of x and y. A single linear equation in one variable, linear equation in two variables. These kinds of equation we have to do. Okay. So we are just doing the basics ones, how to start this. After, if they have to, we already know how to give, they are going to give you 3 times a number, 11 times a number, something like this. They will, if they have to do the multiplication, the product of this and this. So mostly these two they are going to use for multiplication. Okay, what should I write for the second one? Here, for the first one. What should I write for the first one? Can anyone tell me?
11z raised to
11z raised to the power 3.
Yes, 11z raised to the power of. Okay, on which number I should raise the power? On 11 or z?
z.
Z.
Are you sure? Hmm?
Z.
Why not 11?
Because the
Because
word
it's z to the third power.
Yes.
the word
Z
2
to the
is
third.
used.
Yes. We have to first, we are going to make z to the power of 3, and then we are multiplying this one with the 11. So 11 times z cube. Okay. Now, I hope second one is clear. The product of 2 and a number n. So that's going to be negative of 2n. Simply. Okay. Now, here, for division, they are going to use simple terms, n divided by 8. Okay. For this one, what should I write for n divided by 8?
N upon 8.
Yes, it's going to be n over 8. And if I have to write 8 over n, what should I write? Means what the statement I have to give.
8 divided by n.
8 divided by n. Now the second one. Can anyone tell me the second for the second one? The quotient of 15 and the number d.
15 upon d.
Here, let me just give you a quick review here. What is quotient? What is divisor? What is dividend? And what is remainder is going to be. See, I hope you know this about this symbol when we are going to use for division. Everyone is aware of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So for this, generally here we write divisor, dividend, quotient, and the last that's going to be left here, that will be a reminder. Divisor, the number that's going to divide a number. Dividend, like if I have to write dividend over divisor plus reminder, here divisor it is. Divisor is going to be equal to, here, sorry. Divisor over dividend. And if there is no reminder, it will be equal to your quotient. But if there is going to be reminder, then here, if there is no reminder, means the reminder is going to be 0. Then divisor over dividend is going to be equal to quotient. And if for the same, if I have to make the equation like divisor, dividend, and this one, if I have to make the equation, have you learned about Euler's form of equation? Let it be. Everyone is not from the same background, so let it be. For this one, if I have to write, your dividend will be equal to divisor times quotient plus reminder. Always remember this formula, this form. Okay. Divisor, dividend, times quotient plus reminder. Okay. What I wrote it here, dividend equal to divise here this one. Okay. Here if I'm going to write 4 divided by 2. Here, the quotient that I'm going to get for this one is going to be 2, and the answer for this one will be equal to 0. So if I have to express in the same equation, what you are going to write? 4 is going to be equal to 2 times 2 plus 0. This one is your divisor. This one is your dividend. This one is your quotient, and this one is your remainder. So the above equation, this equation is being converted into this format. Okay? Clear?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Now, based on this, some questions let's do for this one. Okay, let me remove this. Wait a second. Just a second. Okay, we were doing this one. The quotient of 15 and the number is D. Simply, quotient is given and you are dividing. Quotient is given. What does the quotient is going to be? And the dividend D. Here, quotient I'm writing. Okay, can you say for this, what's the divisor for this one is going to be? The quotient
D.
of 15 and see, for this one, I have to divide this 15 by a number D and I'll get my quotient. I don't know the quotient for this one. This 15 is going to be your dividend and this D is your divisor and I have to find the dividend quotient. Remember the thing I wrote it here, na? 4 divided by 2. And whatever the value that I for this one I'm going to get, that is 2, that will be my quotient. So the quotient of 15 and the number D. Okay. Clear? Now, how to make the statements into your numerical form? I hope it's clear. Hello?
Can you explain the formula you just showed right now?
Here, this one, divisor dividend. Okay, I'll write
Yes.
here. See, simply use it in the form of numerical. First, if I'm just going to take 5 divided by 2, I get my answer 5 divided by 2, and this will be equal to 4, and it's going to give me remainder 1. Okay, so this is my
Yes.
dividend. This is my dividend. I am representing dividend with dv. This is my divisor, the one who is going to divide a number. That will be your divisor, di. This one is going to be your quotient, q, and this one is going to be a remainder. So generally, if you have to get the divisor, you divide here dividend again. Dividend means 5. That 5 will be equal to 2 times. That is your quotient into 2. That's your divisor plus 1. So how we are going to write in the form of equation? This is for one case. I am giving one example. If I have to write for the whole equation, you are going to write it like here divisor will be equal to dividend times quotient plus remainder. This one. Okay.
Okay. So dividend equals divisor into quotient into like
Plus
plus
remainder.
reminder.
Yes.
Okay.
And here I gave you one example too.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now let's do some questions based on this. Here. For the same equation, let's go for first one. Twice a product of m and n decrease by a square of the sum of m and n. For this, what you're going to write the expression format? Like in expression, you have to write for this one. What you will write?
B. The
B.
second one. The second one.
A, I think.
Okay, someone is saying A.
Oh, so-
Yes.
Sorry, B.
Here. Anyone else?
B. Yeah.
B. B, ma'am.
Okay. If B, then why? Can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, twice the product of m and n is 2n, which is decreased by so the minus sign, and the square of the sum of m and n. So we'll add m and n first and then square the sum.
Yes. Generally, twice the product of m and n. Twice means first product of m and n is going to be mn. Twice of that will be 2. Then it's decreased by the square of sum of m plus n. Sum of m plus n is going to be m plus n. Then square of this is going to be 2 and decreased by. So it will be minus. This one 2mn minus m plus n square. Okay. Similarly, for the second one. Now, who is going to tell me the second one?
D.
D.
The product of a number x and 4 decreased by 12. The product of a number. Okay, can I write for this one product of a number x and 4? Why shouldn't it be any other like 4x minus 12? Okay, sorry. Why shouldn't it be the first one? Decreased is going to be there, but I can write for the C1 also, na? Hmm? Why it should not be this C1?
That is x minus 12 into 4, which is a completely different number.
Yes, because they are asking now the product of a number and 4. First, we have to do product of these two, and then that number is going to be decreased by 4. So that answer for this one is going to be D. So I hope based on this, you can do all the other questions. Okay, let's do the last one for this one, the sixth one. Any one of you? Okay. Do you want to do? I think it's going to be okay. I'll share here. This questions, if just check it once, you all.
C.
If for sixth, you are saying C, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else?
B.
B. Okay. And anyone else? Anyone else?
B.
C.
Okay. B. C.
C.
Okay. Let me show you. A difference between two number is 8. Generally, for the same, what's a given difference between two number? If I'm just going to consider this first number is, you don't know about x and y, but I'm just taking the first number is going to be x, second number is going to be y, then x minus y is going to be equal to 8. Okay, the difference between two number is 8. If the smaller number is n, if a smaller number is n to the third power, what is the greater number? See, let's take x is going to be a smaller number, so x to the power of 3. A smaller number is n to the power, here x is a smaller number, and x can be represented as x is going to be equal to n to the power of 3. And you know that y minus, here I'm taking x as a smaller number, so I'm writing x first, sorry, y first, because y is a greater number. So y minus x is going to be equal to 8, and I know the value of your x, that's going to be n cube. So what's the value of y is going to be? If I'm going to send this to another side, it will be your 8 plus x. That's going to be your 8 plus x to the power. Okay, just a second. 8 plus x to the power of n to the power of q. That will be your b. Okay, the greater number is going to be n to n cube plus 8. Clear? Huh? Any doubt in this one?
Yes.
What?
No.
No? No doubt?
No.
Huh? But if you have any doubt, then ask for this one.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Now, here we are going to learn about exponents and order of your operations. Okay, what is exponent? Okay, just give me a pause. For this one, I'm going to tell you later. Before that, I have to give you some other questions for this. Let me go with this. Here, this exponent, I'm going to tell you tomorrow. But for now, let's do algebraic simplification for this one. Okay, now here we were doing a term as a number. Like we have learned just now, no? What is going to be a variable, what is going to be a constant, and what is other terms is going to be. We just have, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, so now, and I already told you one thing, that a term is going to be defined by addition and subtraction. If I'm going to say 4x plus 7y, here 7 times y minus 3 times 3 divided by 4. So how many terms are there? How many terms are there?
3.
3.
Yes, because just now I told you a term is going to be defined by addition and subtraction. Multiplication and division is not going to define your term. There is one more thing in this one, that is one is like term and one is unlike term. Like terms are terms that's having same variable with same power. Again, I'm saying same variable with same power, that will be your like term. Okay, same variables with same power will be your like terms. Okay, just a second. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, huh? So now the same power, if I'm saying x to the power of 4 plus 3 x to the power of q minus 3 x to the power of 4. You tell me which are like terms and which are unlike terms out of these.
X raised to 4 and minus 3 x raised to 4 are like terms.
Yes, these are like terms, and that's x cube is going, even if the variable is same, but if their power is not same, that we are not going to consider it as like terms. For like terms, it should be like your variables should be same as well as the power should be same. Then only we can say it's going to be your like terms. And for simple, why we are learning the like terms and unlike terms? Just now, if we have to simplify this, in the simplest term, we have to write for this one. What you are going to say? What you are going to say?
X raised to 3 minus 2x raised to 4.
X raised to 3 minus 2x raised to power 4. Yes, everyone is correct, because just now we have learned only like terms is going to be added and unlike not. So based on same condition, if I'm going to write 2xy plus 3xy square minus 4xy plus 7xy square. What's the answer? What the simplest form for this one is going to be?
10x
10xy square minus
minus
2x.
2xy.
Yes, it's going to be 10xy square minus 2xy. Similarly, can anyone, like all of you, just do this one? A. Can you?
Three 3n minus 4.
Minus from n.
Here, you add the first, this term with this one, right? And the 4 one will remains the same. So it's going to be your, okay, what is this one? How did you solve this one? 2 here, 2 whole to the power of 2
minus
over 3.
7 by 3m minus 4n.
Come again. Okay, just I want to know. Doesn't allow me.
Ma'am, when
Okay,
you
just
add the fraction parts, it becomes 3 upon 3, which is 1, so it becomes 3m.
okay, that's going to be your 3m. Generally, if it's not going to be, okay, for this, the power is same. But what if I just make it like 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2m minus 4n plus 2 over 2 to the power of 3m. For this one, if you have to add, if you have to add this one, if you have to add this one,
19 upon
19 upon 6m
m minus 4n.
minus 4n.
so basically what we are going to do here, 1 over 2, I'm just telling you the fraction part because I know the rest of that you can, anyone else, you can do it or not, you tell me. Rest you can do it, no? I just have to add the fraction part. Tell me, do you want others, do you want me to explain all this one or just the fraction part?
No need.
Okay, so here it's going to be what you are doing, 1 over 2 plus 2 whole over 3. Generally what this we call this one as a mixed fraction, and for this we are just going to, whatever the things it is, we will make it like this, 1 over 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 over 3. This is going to be like this, means whatever the term it's there, we are going to multiply this one and just add these two, this one. Okay, so it will become your this, that is 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. So this is going to be your 1 over 2 plus 8 over 3. And after this, do you know, anyone can tell me what we are going to do? There are two processes. Either you
Cross
Take
multiplication.
common LCM.
yes, either you do the either you took the LCM of 2 and 3, that will be your 6.
6.
And then you are going to do divide this, take each fraction. Each fraction you are going to divide this one 6 divided by 2. You will get 3 as your answer, and then that 3 is going to be multiplied with numerator. That is 3 times 1. Again, you are going to repeat with the same fraction. That will be your 3, 2 times of 8. That's going to be equal to your 3 plus 16 divided by 6 will be equal to 19 over 6. Okay, there is one more process. That's going to be a little bit earlier one, but this one we can't apply for all. Like this is not applicable for all and each and every equation. That's why we have to check for this. That will be equal to your 1 over 2 plus 8 over 3. Now, so whatever the opposite fractions here is going to be, we are going to multiply numerator and denominator. That's going to be 3 times 3, and this will be equal to 2 times 2. Just after this, for each and every term fraction, the denominator will become equal. That is like fraction. So it's going to be your 3 times of 6 plus 16 times of 6. And now overall is going to be your 19 times of 6. Clear? This one, both the methods?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone you can use.
Yes.
Which one you think it's a preferable, like which one is easier, you can use that. So I hope simplification of expression is okay. You can do it, right? Like which terms we have to add, which terms or not, you can do it, right?